From the High Definition Production Center of Troy University's Broadcast and Digital Network and Troy campuses around the world, this is Troy TrojanVision Weekly.
Hello and welcome to Troy TrojanVision Weekly. We're glad you joined us for this look at what's happening in and around Troy University. I'm your host, Aaron Taylor. Well, another class is in the books as Troy University inducted the newest members of the Trojan Athletics Hall of Fame last weekend. Jamal Kennedy has the story.
Saturday night in Trojan Arena, 8 Trojans were inducted into the Trojan Sports Hall of Fame. Sandy Atkins, Ralph Black, David Felix, Al Lucas, represented by his widow, Rick Maxey, Terry McCord, Charles Pickett, and Johnny Williams were welcomed as the class of 2016.
It's something you dream about. And when I got the call, it was absolutely fantastic. Almost dumbstruck. Couldn't say much. It really is just wow.
It doesn't seem real because there are so many deserving individuals that will be inducted into the Hall of Fame. It really is special.
It's a great honor for me, but it's also an opportunity to kind of say thank you to everybody that helped me get to where I am today.
It was a joyous occasion indeed as old friends got back together and new friendships emerged. Getting into the Hall of Fame is a tremendous honor in itself, but for some, they thought the call would never come.
I thought maybe 3 or 4 years ago that I might. Somebody told me that my name was up, but I never heard anything more about it, so I figured I got in on the old timers ballot. I don't know.
It's not something I was counting on. It's a nice honor, I will say that. It's a very nice honor.
You might be able to take the people out of Troy, but you definitely cannot take the Troy out of the people.
You know, those times are some of the best times in my life and where I made, most of a large majority of my friends, and we're still friends today. So
I'll be a Trojan the day I die. I gave it hell, these gray hair I've got, most of them came here in Troy. But at this point in my life, I'm as humbled and grateful as any event I've ever attended. I've been just very proud to have been a part of the Troy State, moved to Division I and having been their athletic director.
Jamal Kennedy.
Holy mackerel, what an honor it is to be enshrined in this Hall of Fame.
Troy TrojanVision News.
And as the spring semester comes to a close here at Troy University, members of Troy University's Student Government Association assembled in downtown Troy this week for the SGA Banquet to reflect on this year's accomplishments, say goodbye to graduating students, and to begin preparation for the 2016 school year. Ryan Renfro has the details.
Troy University's Student Government Association held its annual SGA Awards Banquet Tuesday night. Rewards were handed out to honor the senators and their hard work throughout the year, and new members were sworn into office. And behind the difficult goodbyes to those graduating, one senior member says the awards banquet added to his excitement for the future of Troy University and its leaders.
It's really great to see some of the students who are in my impact group that are going to be senators here this year. It's great to see people in other organizations I'm involved in, and especially President Olivia Melton. She and I became great friends her freshman year, and I'm really excited that the direction that the SGA is taking. This past year's executive board and senators did a great job laying some groundwork for some great things I feel like are going to come to Troy in the next few years, and I look forward to seeing the Melton administration carry that on, as well as the Senate that represents the student body.
Cole comments on one of those new things coming to Troy University, a project that he says has been a main topic of discussion since his freshman year.
Troy University is a world-class educational institution. We should have a recreational facility to match that. It's going to be a great thing to be able to recruit students here, and as well as for students to enjoy. As an alumni here in the next few years, I look forward to coming back and seeing the progress that Troy has made with the rec center and other areas of life as well. So I'm very, very excited for the current students.
One freshman leader in attendance shares his experience at the banquet as he waves goodbye to those leaving and steps into his newest role in the student government.
Getting to see all the officers go out, getting to know them through the past about month that I've really been doing this job, it's been a lot of fun. So getting to know them and see them go is bittersweet, but it's fun.
And as for SGA's next move, the Trojans will be back in the saddle next Tuesday, planning and preparing the future of Troy University and its students. Ryan Renfro, Troy, TrojanVision News.
College campuses in Alabama are about to become safer or more dangerous, depending on who you ask. A bill allowing college students to carry concealed weapons on campus was discussed at the Alabama State House on Wednesday. Christy Henderson has more from our Montgomery News Bureau.
With American tragedies such as the Columbine and Virginia Tech shootings, bringing weapons onto a campus are considered taboo by many. But a House committee meeting held a public hearing to discuss a bill that would allow students to carry a concealed pistol on campus under certain conditions.
Your rights don't turn off just because you decided to get an education, but you do, with this bill, you have to have a legal concealed carry. And we've left a window. The university can actually step up those requirements. They could require you to take a class or to qualify with that gun, or they may come up with something else. It has to be a reasonable rule, and we did provide for certain limitations in this bill for them.
Utah and Colorado already have bills identical to this one that have been in effect for 12 years now, and Butler says bills like these will spring up among other states very soon.
Georgia just recently passed this. The Florida House passed it. I think this is something, last year I saw where 23 states had introduced this. It's catching fire across the nation. Slowly but surely I think it will work. And I think Alabama, of course, will pass it.
But not all representatives are catching fire to the idea. One says that if anything, this shows Alabama's lack of funding and support towards mental health services.
And I have an issue with it because we're creating a society of fear where people think they have to have a gun in order to protect themselves. And, you know, just a gun in the hands of the wrong person is going to make all the difference. At the same time, we don't fund mental health services where some of these people could get help before they, you know, turn to violence.
Butler says he's anticipating a vote for the bill on Wednesday, April 20th. In Montgomery, Christy Henderson, Troy, TrojanVision News.
This week, Troy University students were registering for fall classes. But there's a new system in place that students need to be familiar with. Sherry Kotzum shows us how the school is helping with the transition.
It's that time of year again. Registration for summer and fall classes is in full swing. But this year, Troy University has introduced a new program that will allow students to take planning and registering for classes into their own hands.
Student Planning is an online advising and registration system that is working in tandem with our current registration processes. This new system allows a student at the undergraduate level to look at all courses that might be needed for the full 4 years, so they could lay a track for every single course they're going to need to take for their 4-year program.
In order to help students get used to the new system, the registrar's office hosted a registration tailgate on the Social Quad this afternoon, complete with hot dogs and lawn games.
Students had to come in and show us that they knew how to log in to Student Planning, because that's the only way they're going to be able to register starting May 2nd. And then once they showed us that they could register, they got some hot dogs and candy and such.
This new system will allow students to plan out their entire college career and will show them what classes to take when so they can graduate in the quickest and most affordable way possible.
This is the transparent system that allows all courses that you take to show on your My Progress, which is part of the software, and will show you exactly what you need to get to graduation in the fastest order.
If you have any questions about the new system or would like to be shown how to use it, you can visit the Records Office in Adams 131. Sherry Kotzum, Troy, TrojanVision News.
We're going to take a short break, but when we return, we'll see how the reigning Miss Troy University made some area youngsters feel like princesses. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
This is Dr. Daniel Smith. He's an expert in domestic and international economics. But his proudest achievement is connecting with his students and helping them accomplish more than they ever thought possible. That's the warrior spirit, and it's alive and well at Troy University. Feel it at troy.edu/spirit.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
I think it goes around.
Let's go. We gotta get you in practice.
And it's set.
Now back to Troy TrojanVision News Weekly.
Miss Troy University, Leah Livingston, did some crowning of her own last weekend as she helped some area youngsters feel like royalty. Samantha Charles explains.
Over 200 girls from surrounding areas gathered in Claudia Crosby Theater on Saturday for the annual Tiaras and Troy event, which teaches girls to embrace purity, self-respect, and self-worth.
We have some speakers speaking on expectations and confidence. So maybe walking away with a new insight on who Jesus is, and maybe what are some things that they can do to be confident, or change maybe some expectations in their lives.
The love of the Lord and the truth of the gospel is going to be heard here tonight. But also I think it's really important for women to have an increased self-confidence and see their worth. And their worth is not in things of the world, or if people think they're beautiful or pretty or popular, but their worth is in who they are and who they were created by.
At Tiaras, the girls got the chance to walk a pink carpet and then across the stage to be crowned the daughter of the king. And Livingston says that's the most important part.
We're really just having the overarching theme of that they are the daughters of the king. So they are going to be crowned with tiaras, and that's where the name Tiaras comes from. They'll be escorted, they'll have worship, they'll have guest speakers, lots of prizes, lots of fun and giveaways, but just a fun night where these girls can learn about some really truthful topics.
From photo corners to speakers to ending the evening with a crowning ceremony, Livingston says this event could not have been possible without the help of volunteers.
So many things go into it, and a lot of this is put on by volunteers. This event cannot happen without volunteers, so just a lot of planning, behind the scenes work, making sure that all the moving parts are going to come together.
Samantha Charles, Troy, Trojan Vision News.
Troy University's campus outreach helps some Troy University students learn some key tips about self-defense from a trained professional. Xavier Harris has the details.
Decoy was a 14-year-old female.
Students looking to be informed against rape and defense had the chance to hear one of the City of Troy's very own police officers on Monday evening giving tips of awareness and sexual assault.
So this was our RAD Q&A. So we have a RAD class that campus provides as well as the City of Troy, and it's Rape Aggression Defense class. We had Sergeant O'Hare come out, and he did a quick briefing on safety and overall safety tips, and then as well as Q&A on the class and any kind of safety tip that you would want to know.
I was asked to talk to the class about what the RAD program is, and RAD is Rape Aggression Defense Systems, and it's a self-defense course that's designed for women, but it can incorporate safety details for both men and women. But like I said, it does focus in on for women for their self-defense and things that they can implement into their everyday lifestyle to make it safer, and then also techniques that they can use if they find themselves in a physical confrontation.
Students in the crowd explained how they learned many new things about date rapes and how sexual abuse is not only for women, but men also.
What I would have to say that I learned most at this event is organizations such as Trojan Outreach that are taking the time to spread awareness about sexual assault, especially with campus students, since sexual assault is actually pretty rampant when it comes to campus. It was really informative on why it's important to take the class and why both men and women should be involved when taking this class.
Xavier Harris, Troy, Trojan Vision News.
Some members of Pi Kappa Phi fraternity spent all week pedaling a bike on Troy's social quad, but didn't move an inch. As Sarah Singletary shows us, the goal of the ride was to help others get in motion.
Troy University's Greek organizations often set aside a period of time each semester that is dedicated to their organization's philanthropy. This semester, the Brothers of Pi Kappa Phi are dedicating 1 week to their philanthropy, and 50 hours of that week will be spent on a bicycle.
We're on a bike to raise awareness for our philanthropy, which is the ability experience. And what it does is it benefits kids in not only the local area, but nationwide with disabilities, both mental and physical.
Now, while this bike is stationary and is stuck here in Troy, Alabama, it is only a symbol of a very real bike ride across the country that the Brothers of Pi Kappa Phi call a journey of hope.
The bike-a-thon is something that almost every Pi Cap chapter does nationwide at every university, and it's in tribute to our journey of hope, which is where we ask brothers to ride from California to Washington, D.C. And during that time, they help kids with disabilities, play wheelchair basketball with them, hang out with them, feed them, basically just hang out, get to know them. They build handicap playgrounds, accessible wheelchair ramps and things of that nature. So it's really, really great way to give back to the community.
While fundraising is often the primary goal of philanthropic events, Waters says their chapter hopes to raise more than money.
What we really want to do is raise awareness and just let people know that you can give back to the community just by simply talking and hanging out with kids with disabilities. And just because they have a disability, just because maybe they were born with mental or physical handicap, that doesn't make them any less of a person.
The remainder of Pi Kappa Phi's Philanthropy Week will include an empathy dinner and a bubble soccer tournament. Sarah Singletary, Troy, Trojan Vision News.
Usually when there's a fight on campus, it's not something for students to get excited about. However, last week, one fraternity organized a main event as a way to help their philanthropy project. Ryan Renfro has the details.
It began as an idea that led to 4 months of preparation and hard work from the Brothers of Sigma Chi fraternity. An idea that became a reality on Thursday night amid the roars and cheers of Trojan students. An idea that became Fight Night. 9 fights, 3 2-minute rounds per fight, with the boxers themselves representing their own campus organizations. And after all the preparation, the Brothers of Sigma Chi couldn't be happier with the result.
Everything turned out well. We had a great showing, a lot of people here. But really, at the end of the day, we're supporting a great cause, and we raised a lot of money tonight, so that's what I'm excited about, man.
One representative of Sigma Chi takes us inside the ring and into the mindset of a boxer.
I was really nervous. There's like it's more than 1,000+ people, and I just got the goose. I got like butterflies in my stomach when I just walked out there. I just blocked everything out, and I just fought.
Aside from all the sweat and punches thrown tonight, don't let these boxers fool you. For behind the fighting lies the bigger picture, a cause that for most involved cuts deeper than any punch.
This year we're supporting the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. We actually had a brother of ours, JP Swartz, commit suicide about 2 months back, which is why we chose this philanthropy, which is why we chose to work as hard as we did for it. Something that's real dear to our heart, a lot of our brothers, and something that we're really proud to sponsor.
Going through basic, I had a friend that tried to commit suicide, and it was a real sad time, because that's something that people don't like to think about. So when you get this many people in one room gathered for the same cause, then you can get great things done.
Ryan Renfro, Troy, Trojan Vision News.
Mother Nature decided to rain on the University Activities Council's parade this week when bad weather forced a change to the UAC's final activity of the semester this week. Jordan Nelson explains.
Students had a chance for some free fun indoors at the UAC Spring Fling.
So today is Spring Fling. It's not how we usually would have it. It was originally scheduled for a tailgate terrace outside, but of course the weather permitted that. So on Monday we kind of canceled and postponed it, but we still got to have t-shirts inside and also henna tattoos. So it's kind of still the Spring Fling feature, but just not all of the other elements that go along with it.
UAC members say that the event offers more than just free items to students.
I feel like it's a great way to network with different people, because Spring Fling, it brings different organizations together, not only just UAC. You'll have different people from all walks of life here at Spring Fling. And like I said, it gives them an opportunity to network and talk to other students and kind of build a relationship with other people.
Oh man, students need to relax and enjoy like the last few moments of, their college, experience, undergrad, just before finals hit. So it's just a big way to just show our dedication to all of the people that come to UAC events the whole year, and just like a fun day to just relax, have fun, eat, and stuff like that. Even though we couldn't have it outside today, we just hope people still felt the need to come out and get henna tattoos and the free t-shirts.
One student explains why she decided to participate.
It's a good stress reliever, especially when it's so close to exams and stuff, when everybody's so stressed about them and they don't know, they feel overwhelmed with everything. It gives them something to do to leave the house. It's a free t-shirt and I like henna.
The Spring Fling is the last UAC event of the spring semester. Jordan Nelson, Troy, Trojan Vision News.
We're going to take another quick break. When we come back, there are some offerings from our friends at Troy Public Radio, so don't touch that dial.
If a child with autism is missing, immediately search places that pose the most danger, such as nearby water and busy streets. For more ways to help, visit missingkids.com/aware.
Through the years, trends and styles may come and go, but the important things remain the same. Generation after generation, consistently there, creating moments and memories to last a lifetime. Like a true friend, the national parks have always been there for you, and now you can be there for them. Support the National Park Foundation and help protect America's treasured places.
Now back to Troy Trojan Vision News Weekly.
Each week we take some time to hear some of the work done by our broadcast partners at Troy Public Radio. As we do each week, we'll get another sample of Talk of Troy, the student-produced newscast of Troy Public Radio. Let's take a listen.
It's the Talk of Troy. Voices and sounds from the campuses of Troy University. I'm Thomas Gleaton. Book lovers in Alabama and beyond are getting ready for a feast. The 11th annual Alabama Book Festival is on April 23rd, and producer Grishma Ramal tells us what to expect.
55 authors representing genres from mystery to science fiction to young adult novels will gather at Old Alabama Town to celebrate literature. According to organizer Kirk Kernett, aspiring writers can engage in a diverse variety of free writing workshops.
We have Hollywood people coming in to do stuff on screenwriting. We have Christian fiction.
The author of October Sky, Homer Hickman, will also be in attendance.
I get an opportunity to meet other authors and also attend their talks, and to me that is great fun.
Troy University is one of the event sponsors, and a full schedule of the program can be found at alabamabookfestival.org. For the Talk of Troy, I'm Grishma Ramal.
Bobby Horton, a musician and Birmingham native, is considered one of the foremost authorities on Civil War-era music. On April 26th, Horton will perform a free concert of his music in Janice Hawkins Park on the main campus. Horton's research into mid-19th century music has recovered thousands of period songs, many of which he recorded as part of a 14-volume collection. And if you've seen the Ken Burns documentaries, The Civil War, or Baseball, you're already familiar with his music. The concert, which is being sponsored by the College of Arts and Sciences and the Troy University Library, will begin at 6 p.m. in the amphitheater. For more information, visit troy.edu/news. I'm Thomas Gleaton, and you've been listening to The Talk of Troy, a production of Troy Public Radio.
Throughout the week, Troy Public Radio can be heard on 89.9 in Troy and Montgomery, 88.7 in Dothan, and 91.7 in Phoenix City. Well, it's time for our last break, but when we return, learn how Troy University students can let out their inner geek next week. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Every day, we go about our lives driven by routine. Our vision is clouded by the very normalcy we take for granted. Countless victims of human trafficking walk among us, invisible, until now. The Blue Campaign provides a unified voice for those who combat human trafficking. Whether it's forced labor, domestic servitude, or the sex trade, it's time to open our eyes. Learn what you can do to help by visiting dhs.gov/bluecampaign.
This is DeKeys. She has her bachelor's degree from Troy University and is now pursuing her master's online to grow her career. Soon, she'll have a prestigious graduate degree from Troy, a proud public university that's been helping students achieve their career goals since 1887. Do what you love and be great at it. That's the warrior spirit. Learn more at troy.edu/workingwarrior.
Now back to Troy Trojan Vision News Weekly.
Troy University's Sorrell College of Business is asking students to unleash their inner geek for an upcoming event on campus. We'll find out how in this week's Trojan Talk. Hello and welcome to Trojan Talk. I'm your host, Aaron Taylor. Today we'll be learning about Geek Fest, an opportunity for students to have a little bit of fun courtesy of the Sorrell College of Business, and my guest today, Jane Berry, one of the students in the Sorrell College of Business, to talk a little bit about Geek Fest. So tell us, what is Geek Fest?
Geek Fest is something that the Sorrell College of Business does for us students, kind of just a way for us to just have fun and really show our geekiness. It is sponsored by Troy Bank and Trust, and we're very thankful for that. It's just really a way for us to have fun as students on the quad.
And of course, the fun comes from the fact that there's going to be a concert going on, right?
Yes.
So fun, but basically you're turning the quad into a concert hall for the night. So talk about the fun that can be had at Geek Fest.
Well, we're having Blackberry Breeze perform, and we're really excited about that. We're going to have Chick-fil-A and Horn Beverages sponsoring the food and events, food for the event. So we're just really excited. It's just a way for us to kind of relax and just have fun listening to music and really celebrating that we're Sorrel College of Business students.
And now we've talked about Geek Fest. It is the title. And a lot of people out there are probably thinking geek is maybe a derogatory term, you know, that you make fun of somebody by calling them a geek, but y'all are owning geek as a title.
Yes,
but it also has a hidden meaning for you guys in the Sorrel College of Business. Talk about, I guess, the hidden meaning behind geek for you guys.
Yes, well, Dean Edwards and the Sorrel College of Business staff provides our university with geeks. And so what it is being globally aware, being encouraging us to be engaged in the community, being ethical decision makers, and knowledgeable to lead for our success. So that's really important for us to be instilled in the classroom, and that's just what our basis is at the Sorrel College of Business. So we take pride in that because that makes us successful in the business world.
And of course, for those that weren't keeping track out there, all of those elements spelled out,
yes.
Geeks, Geeks. So being a geek, not a bad thing then. And you're proud of being a geek because I guess eventually, being good intellectual people will help you succeed someday?
Yes, definitely. I graduate in May, and I'm very glad that I've had this basis to go into my career in the future. I'm just really excited because I am engaged with the community, and I definitely think that makes you a good business student and definitely a competitor in this business world today.
And of course, a fun way to share those lessons. I mean, you would think that you're trying to instill some knowledge into the brain and these ethical ideals and how to live life, but I guess you can have a little bit of fun with it as well. And does that help, I guess, that the message sink in a little bit?
Yes, it definitely does. I mean, we're going to be having a contest for if anyone wants to dress up as a geek, so I think it definitely brings out the fun in the whole concept of it, but also like these basis for Sorrel College of Business, it's so important to us. So it definitely just makes us strive to achieve those.
And of course, we're talking about this is put on by the Sorrel College of Business, and you're a part of the Sorrel College of Business, and all these lessons are taught there, but you don't have to be in the Sorrel College of Business to take part in this, right?
No, not at all. You can be just a regular Troy student. It doesn't matter if you are in the Sorrel College of Business. The only thing that's different is if you are in the Sorrel College of Business and you attend the event, you get a free shirt. But it's welcome to all of the public, and we really encourage everyone in Troy to come out and enjoy the concert.
And then now, you talked about the contest there. I want to get a little bit more into that. You said people can come and dress up like a geek, their best geek outfit, and then what happens if they come there and they win? What's the opportunity for that?
Well, then they can get a Barnes & Noble book scholarship.
Okay.
So if they definitely want that, they can definitely, we encourage everyone to dress up because why not? It's fun. And I say, you can definitely be a cute geek.
A cute geek. So there may be some cute geeks out there.
Yeah,
so,
there may be.
An opportunity, and you may find some girls that like cute geeks out there. If you're a fella, or vice versa, girls, you can be a cute geek, and guys can find those cute geek girl out there. So it could be an opportunity to find somebody that matches out there, matchmaking opportunity. But it's still a fun opportunity to go out there. It sounds like fun. It's a concert. You're bringing in a band, Blackberry Breeze. So even if everything else, you come out there and have a good time and enjoy some music.
Yes, of course.
And now some food, music on the Bib Graves Quad.
Yep, April the 20th,
April
from 6 to 9.
6 to 9. So they get out there, have a good time, and admission?
It's free. It's completely free for everyone.
All right. So free concert, free food, opportunity to win a book scholarship if you're geeky enough out there, folks.
Yeah.
So just sounds like a good time, and learn a little bit about what the Sorrel College of Business is doing for the university and hopefully the job market out there if you get out there.
And they provide us with the best. Honestly, I am so proud to be a Sorrel College of Business student, and I just think this is a great way for us to really represent who we are and have a great time with the whole university.
All right. Well, once again, anybody wants to go to the event, when and where will it be?
It will be April the 20th from 6 to 9 on Bib Graves Quad.
All right. Well, here's hoping some folks can go out there and show off their best geek. So thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us on today's edition of Trojan Talk. And that's what happened on the second week of April 2016. To find out what's happening throughout the week, you can tune in to Troy TrojanVision News at 5, 6:30, and 10:30 Monday through Friday, or anytime by following us on Twitter at Troy TV News. There'll be links to online content to our YouTube page. Also, feel free to like our Troy TrojanVision News fan page on Facebook to see more links to online content from Troy TrojanVision News. We hope you join us again next week for another edition of Troy TrojanVision Weekly. Have a good week.